The following podcast contains explicit language.
What's going on, Hive Minders? Welcome to the Mind Meld, a podcast with your two lovely hosts, Mason Burns.
Hello, hello.
And me, J.S. Price. And this podcast is a lively discussion about yours and our favorite stoner thoughts, or, as we like to call it, an hour of your lives that you're never going to get back. Mason, how was your day, dude?
Dude.
I know that you slept in.
Yep.
And you played some Valorant today.
Yep.
But, like...
The meat and potatoes of the day.
The meat and potatoes of the day.
Yeah.
Because it was your day off.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't even think I left my apartment.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I thought about it a couple times.
I mean,
never did.
Those are like some of the best kind of days, though, where
Yeah.
you don't have to like get up or do anything.
Yeah, definitely when I woke up this morning, I played some Valorant, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Took a couple ripskis off the pen.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah, you took a couple rips, you're like, I can't play this sober.
Yeah, exactly. Got into my flow state.
Okay.
Lost every game.
Okay.
Which was good.
Yeah.
Now we're just chilling here. Had to set up everything for the Hive Mind, for the Mind Meld
For the
podcast.
Mind Meld, dude.
Super excited. I don't know. I just like talking to you, brother. So
Yeah,
excited to be
welcome
getting
the
going
first
on the
episode,
recording.
guys. This is very exciting stuff for us. I got to tell you, it was like, this was super fun to set up. Like,
Yeah.
and obviously this setup is going to like evolve.
Oh, it'll change
as
over
we get
time for
farther into
sure.
This,
For
but
sure.
like, getting this whole ordeal done. I mean, obviously you guys can only see so much, but we had to like getting this whole array of chords and shit set up was a little bit of a nightmare, and figuring out how to work the software as well. But
Yeah, we
now that
definitely
we're in this.
We definitely watched some YouTube videos, which was fun. That's gonna be our guy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our go-to. I don't remember his name, so I can't. I don't know.
remember his name either.
But
It's,
we'll hunt him down again?
Exactly, we'll hunt him down when we need more help. Which is funny. You were saying that you were like, is this like 90% of your job? For those of you who don't know, we both work at Best Buy. I work for Geek Squad, and so my job is basically looking at computers and being like, oh, this is the issue with it, and then checking it in for someone else to work on.
Yep. And my job is basically sending stuff over to him to
Yeah.
do his job.
Yeah,
when I don't want to do it.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where I was like watching a YouTube video on how to do this, and he's like, this is what you do for Geek Squad? And I'm like, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't know how to do something, I'm like, I guess I'll just look it up. And that's the one thing that I kind of hate about my job.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean you hate it?
I love my job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I love my job, but mostly because I love hanging out with you guys, right?
Mm-hmm. The people.
Yeah, exactly. But the part that I dislike about it is when these old people come in and they come to me with like these issues that I'm like, personally, I'm not super familiar off the top of my head, but you know what? I'll just like give it a Google, and it's a super easy answer.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you didn't.
You're
think to look it up?
Yeah, why didn't you just try?
Yeah. They didn't try. They just looked at it and they're like, fucking no. They always reserve to this excuse that they're like, I'm too old. I don't know how technology works.
It's like, what?
I don't believe in that excuse anymore.
Everybody uses Google. Everybody knows how to use Google.
Everybody knows how to use Google, right? And it's one of those things where, like, I understand to a certain extent where they're like, because some people they'll like touch something and just fuck it up immediately. Like, they'll immediately make things like 100 times
It'll
worse.
just explode, and it's like you're like, they bring it to Geek Squad, and you're
Dude,
like, how did this happen?
This guy came in today and he was like, I just need you to take a look at this. I was pulling the OtterBox case off my phone, and the back of my phone also came off with it. I was like, okay.
How does that happen?
And so I was like, okay. And he has it in a little plastic baggie, and he pulls it out, and immediately I'm like, I'm not touching that thing. Because the battery is so expanded.
God, wait,
it's
what?
massive.
Oh, it's going to explode.
The battery's gonna explode, and I was like, "Sir, I'm not touching that." I was like, "That's a literal safety hazard. I can't
You're
do
like,
anything."
you should
with
bring
this."
it out of the store. I should call the cops on you. Like, what are you doing?
Calling the cops on a customer.
Dude,
because...
I mean, hey, if they're going to bring a bomb into the store, like, I get it. Like, I would call cops on them too.
That's crazy. That's so funny.
Dude.
I mean, that's essentially what it was. I was like, dude, I can't. I literally. The nice thing is that, like, compared to a lot of other customers, he was pretty nice about it. I was like, "Sir, this is a safety hazard. I can't touch this. It's literally against my policy to touch this device because it could get you or me hurt."
Did you ever watch the videos of like the Samsung Note exploding like a couple years back?
Dude.
Yeah, a little bit of a throwback.
That was crazy.
Yeah, dude. People just imagine just like Do you think you can tell when it's gonna start exploding, so you can like chuck it into the air or something? Like, or does it just get hot?
Well, I mean,
does
they
it
would just start
explode?
like
I don't even
billowing
know.
with smoke. Do you remember that?
I feel like I don't remember very much about it, but I remember hearing about it and being like, I'm not gonna buy that phone.
Yeah, well, I feel like I
in what
remember
world
seeing
am I
like
gonna
a
buy
few
that phone?
videos of like smoke billowing out of it, and that's how, and then it would just like burst into
Damn.
flames.
That was like the predecessor to vapes. Imagine.
Oh yeah, because like vapes were exploding for a little bit too, right?
Yeah, they were.
Dude.
Just dude, I couldn't even imagine just like trying to inhale something and just go, just like exploding in your mouth.
What is it with like handheld bombs right now, dude? What is going on
Right now?
I mean, well, I guess not right now, but I don't know. There was like a couple of years where we were just like carrying essentially bombs in our pocket.
Yeah. I mean,
Phones,
it could
your
happen.
vape,
It could happen.
Yeah.
Warning: your phone could explode.
Yeah, warning, your phone could explode.
Don't let it do that. I don't know how you would prevent. I work at Best Buy. I don't know very much.
Dude. So you had a pretty chill day. Though,
Yeah,
overall.
really chill day.
You didn't leave the apartment.
Nope. Dude, I made some good food. Some really good, like,
Really?
It's really easy. Like, I'm going to call it stoner food only because it's really easy. It took me like 2 seconds.
Sure.
Is this little chicken patty that I wrap in a tortilla, put some barbecue sauce in it, some cheese, some lettuce, and then I put a hash brown at the bottom of it.
Dude, that sounds delicious.
I was eating it and I was like, I am God. Like, I can't believe I just made this, right? Like, I was like,
you're like, I'm fucking Chef Mason Burns right here.
I was like, where's my man Chef Ramsay to come judge my things?
Yeah.
But no, I'm kind of scared to cook in my new kitchen. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
Because for
looks so
starters,
cute over there.
it is cute over there. But for starters, the oven is just like really small and it's gas powered.
Oh shit!
And so like. But the oven only has one setting, or the burners only have like one setting, and it's hot as fuck. Like it's really hot.
The burners in the oven just like have two settings. It's like hot or off.
Yeah, it has off, and then it has hot, and then it has a really spicy third setting, which is spewing propane into the apartment. Okay, yeah. Which I have to be careful with.
Yeah.
And so I haven't used it, but I bought eggs recently, and I'm like, I need to make these on the stove. Because I don't know, that's just how you make eggs.
Yeah,
like I guess you could like put them in an air fryer. I don't know. I've never done that though.
I have never put them in an air fryer. There's a lot that I would put in an air fryer, and a lot that I have put in an air fryer, but eggs would not be one of them. I don't think.
Yeah, air fryers are truly the mark of the adulthood. I was just talking about this recently with someone because they just got one, and I was like, you're behind the times.
It's crazy.
Like you're 23 and you don't have an air fryer already. Like, in what world are you living?
I convinced both my parents to get an air fryer because
nice.
it was one of those things where my stepdad can't cook for the life of him. Like, I love him so much, can't cook. My other parents can cook. But I just feel like the air fryer is like a convenient way to like get things done quickly.
Oh, 100%.
And so I told them, I was like, I recently made this really good mac and cheese recipe.
Yeah,
and I made it for you recently.
Yep, super good.
And for the chicken, I like seasoned it and then I threw it in the air fryer and it cooked through really well. I was like, the outside was crispy and the inside was like really juicy and moist.
And that's what I'm saying, man. It's just like it's like when microwaves came out, dude. It's like revolutionizing how people prepare their food. And it's just better for you than like a microwave is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, in what world do I not use it?
Because even with microwaves, you're like you microwave something and it's still kind of cold in the middle sometimes.
Little, like,
and you're like,
soggy.
this isn't,
Dude,
and you're like, this isn't good.
I'm not going to lie. I have microwaved food before. Again, a lot of the times, because just a little bit of background. When I was living in a house last year, or not last year, like a year and a half ago at this point.
Sure.
And we would smoke weed all the time. And so I would smoke weed all the time, go in, cook some food, and then I'd come back, right?
Yeah.
And when I would cook food in the microwave and it would come out cold, I would be too lazy to get up and put it back in the microwave, and I would just eat it cold. Like if I were to make like burritos. Is that psycho?
That's a little bit psycho.
Like literally, like straight up, like imagine like a little microwave burrito. And then imagine just like 85% of it being cold and then still eating it.
That's kind of psycho, dude. I mean, like, I understand. Because here's the thing: is like, okay. I would rather. What would you rather have? Would you rather have reheated pizza or cold pizza?
Cold pizza.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
Time.
That's
every
the right
time.
answer.
Yep.
I would rather have cold pizza.
Yep.
Like, it needs to be, the only way that I'm having reheated pizza is if it's reheated properly.
What do you mean by that? Like in an oven?
Yeah, like in an oven. If somebody's going to reheat pizza, it's got to like make it so that it's like fresh out of the oven. Like when I first got it.
Okay. I've reheated pizza on a barbecue before. That was pretty good. It was like deep dish, like pizza from Little Caesars.
Oh, okay.
And I like put it. My dad was like, "You want to reheat this?" And I was like, "Okay." And so I turned on the barbecue, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" he was like, "Why?"
Yeah, even your dad was like, "What the this guy's a fucking psycho."
He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Why are you doing
this?" That's crazy.
No, dude, but that shit came out, and I was like, "Damn." It went kind of hard.
Dude, we're chefs.
Dude, reheating pizza, air fryers.
Dude,
I mean,
air fryers are the future of chefing. That's what I want to see. That's the world that I want to live in, where from now on in every like cooking show with Gordon Ramsay, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it's like people just like cooking chicken in an air fryer, and he's like, and they're like, I'm just doing it. I'm just making chicken in the air fryer.
They're just standing still because like they're waiting for the air fryer to finish.
It's fucking raw, and then he punches it like he does with everything. Dude, have you seen that?
I don't really watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay.
Video. There's like a 15-minute video of him just punching food that's raw. It's crazy.
The one thing I think of when I think of like Gordon Ramsay being mean is the idiot sandwich.
Yeah, of course, because that's what everyone
thinks. That's like a classic, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was an SNL skit, right?
Was it really?
Yeah, a lot of people think that's real.
That's not real?
It's not real. I'm sorry. I'm breaking a lot of hearts right now.
No,
for those of you who don't know that it's not real, I'm like 90% sure it's not real.
I need a second to process that because I just don't. I've just always thought that was him because he goes to such extremes.
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, he always goes to such extremes.
I would believe it for sure.
I mean, SNL invites like everybody on.
Yeah,
right.
True.
They invite everybody on, and they're like
do shows weekly, so they just need people all the time.
Idiot sandwich.
Yeah, they just need people on the show like 24/7.
Yeah, it was 100%.
An SNL skit?
Oh, it wasn't an SNL skit, but they was
like adapted it.
Yeah, no, it was 100% a just a skit.
Dude, the writers on SNL, sometimes they write bangers. Like, they do have to write, like, a lot of shit. So it's, like, sometimes stuff is just not as good. That's just how it works.
They have a lot of good, like, people that are funny, though. I mean, I would say, like, older SNL's funny, though. Because, I mean, you have people like, you have, like, people like Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
Like, dude,
love that guy.
How can you go wrong with Bill Hader?
You literally can't. He writes bangers every time.
Bill Hader's
bangers
fucking awesome.
And the way he acts too, you can tell when he's written the character because like he just like, knows exactly what they have to do.
Everything Bill Hader has been in has been a fucking banger. Even if it's not a banger, he is a banger.
He himself,
he himself is a banger.
Fair.
I mean, you see shit like Superbad, where he's that cop. Awesome. Are you kidding me?
One of my favorite like interviews in Superbad is with Seth Rogen and Bill Hader.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how they wanted to play the main characters.
Yeah.
And then they like screen tested it and they were like, we're too old.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, we can't bleed these characters because we are just too old to be in the part. But they would have 100% done it, which would have been crazy.
And he's Flint Lockwood in Cloudy with Chains and Meatballs.
Yeah, the Flintstummer. Is that the machine? That's what the machine's called.
How did you know that off the top of your head? That's crazy.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the letters in there for the acronym.
Yeah, neither could I.
I could tell you what it's called.
And Barry, obviously, Barry, great show, top tier show. I mean, the first season. So I've
never seen it.
Really,
but I know that it's pretty good.
I watched the first season. It was really good. It was like a good mix of like being really funny and also just being very good. And then I talked to my roommate Logan about it, and he was like, "Yeah, the first season is great. It's like a good mix of like funny and like dark and stuff."
Okay.
He's like, as it goes on though, like second season, third season, it just gets sad. And I was like,
no.
What?
It's like,
dude, that's crazy.
That's wild. No, I've never seen it. What's it on? I don't even know.
I think it's on HBO.
Cool. There's a lot of good shit on HBO.
There's a lot of good shit on
HBO really had their shit together for a minute or two. I need to watch The Flash. Have you seen The Flash?
I haven't seen The Flash, but I'm not gonna lie, I was not super excited about it, and so I was very quick to like see YouTube clips of it, and I was like, this looks like garbage.
Well, the thing is, I know it looks like garbage, but it's like one of those movies to where at this point I just my eyeballs need to feast on it. Like, I never watched Morbius. It's Morbin time, baby. I never watched Morbius, but that was one of the ones that I saw like the clips of like it's Morbin time, and then when I heard that voice line isn't in the movie, I was kind of mad. I was like, I can't believe he doesn't say it's Morbin time like in the movie.
What the fuck? What, dude, Mason? In what fucking world? I mean, like, I guess it makes somewhat sense. Like, it's a Marvel movie. They make every Marvel movie with, like, some shitty, like, quippy one-liner where people are like, oh, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head. But it's not funny every single time.
But the only reason I would have wanted him to say it because it wouldn't have made the movie worse. right?
Well, it would have made it better.
I think it would have. Imagine he's just like turning into a vampire, and then he just goes, "It's Morbin time." He just kills like 8 people because it's like a really grotesque movie.
Dude, you want to know the funny thing about that is that when Morbius came out, it kind of flopped, and then the "It's Morbin time" memes came around.
Everyone was watching it.
They re-released it.
Oh,
in
I didn't even know that.
theaters,
I didn't even know
and
that.
it bombed again.
I love that. Love that. That makes me.
It bombed twice, dude.
Dude, it's because it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like, was it at the? Because I know it like went to Netflix really fast. Are you gonna watch the new Blue Beetle movie? Do you know anything about that?
Absolutely.
Dude, I want to watch it so bad.
Yeah, I definitely want to
bad.
watch it. I mean, it's Blue Beetle has always been, in my opinion, a very underrated hero.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you watch like the like Young Justice shows?
Yeah,
at
dude,
all?
of course.
I watched those shows
Dude,
recently.
season 2? Really?
Recently, like last year.
Dude.
Like, dude, they're super fucking good.
Yeah, they're
super,
really
super
good. They're really good. It definitely like tickles the comic book part of my brain.
Yeah.
Because I used to read comics a lot when I was a kid. I read a lot. My like favorite series of comics was Red Robin, and that's actually Batman's third Robin, Tim Drake.
Yeah,
so
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake. He went off on his own and was like, "I'm now Red Robin."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that story.
He joined the League of Assassins. Got trained.
Badass.
Dude, it's really
that's
good.
super sick.
It's awesome.
Batman. So Batman is one of those things to where, for me, I know a lot of people have like a lot of like love for Batman, right? And like Batman is the one of those things that I would get his logo tattooed.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of the, like, a lot of people do it. It's super mainstream, but I would still do it because he's a fucking badass.
Yeah, dude, he's super sick.
Yeah. Like, did you play the Arkham games? Were you an Arkham game player?
Dude, I was an Arkham player.
Nice. Those games are incredible.
Those games are fantastic.
So good.
What's out of all of them? What's your favorite one?
City.
Really?
Guaranteed City.
Really?
Wait, what's your take? You were gonna give me some fucking
Origins.
No, I'm just kidding.
Dude.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I fucking loved Origins.
So Origins was good, but it wasn't City.
I mean, yeah.
But did you like the car? Sorry, quick tangent. In the most recent one,
Arkham Knight.
Did you like the car?
Yeah, the car was sick.
I have an ongoing debate with my cousin that I thought the car was stupid.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was so dumb.
I thought, well, here's the thing, is that the only thing that I thought was stupid about that was like the whole car thing against Deathstroke. I was like, why?
Like that was the fight?
Yeah. Because I was like,
That's
Deathstroke,
fair.
in my opinion, is one of the coolest villains.
Oh, he's a badass.
He's a badass. I'm like, and are you kidding me? You have 2 of the best like hand-to-hand combatants.
Yep.
And you're just gonna stick him in cars and have him fight. That's so fucking lame.
You're just gonna fight car robots until you fight him, and it's like in a car, and it's like, what am I doing? Why is this happening?
Why is it? That's so lame.
Yeah, and
you have 2 of the coolest hand-to-hand combatants, and you're making them fight in cars.
And that just took it away from me.
Yeah, that's why I loved Origins so much, is because like even in the beginning, you have like
that's the prequel, right? That's the prequel one.
Yeah, that's the prequel one, where Batman is like a lot more grizzled and like more angry. Definitely like a younger Batman. Who's,
less of like a seasoned hero.
Yeah, a bit more like violent too. That's why I loved it.
Interesting.
That's the thing though, is that I think a lot of people are like, they'll hear that and they'll be like, oh, so you must have liked Affleck's Batman. It's like, no, I didn't. I didn't like that. I didn't like that they just made Batman like fucking murder people.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
But did you like the Twilight guy Batman, Edward Pattinson?
Dude,
did you like that? Because
the best Batman movie of all time.
Because that Batman movie is very similar to the vibes that you're describing for Origins, where he's like a newer hero, doesn't really know his place in Gotham yet, like all that stuff. It's because, but I thought that movie was incredible.
That was the best Batman movie that's been made.
Ooh,
that was. Dude, Pattinson fucking killed it.
He did kill it.
I will say the only thing about that movie that I like didn't like that much. I mean, like, it wasn't that I didn't like it that much. I just thought it was funny. Is like people were just like point blank firing like
guns
auto rifles
right at him.
Yeah, just right at, and you just like see them like bounce off his arm. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, he's a
and
billionaire.
he just like kept walking. I'm like, dude, what the hell? This is crazy.
He's a billionaire. He can do whatever he wants.
I mean, I guess fucking billionaires just, it makes them. I'm gonna put a gun to the back of Bezos' head, and it's just gonna bounce off his bald head.
Dude, you don't know what he's got in there. Could be like metal plated or something.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. The complete derailment. But have you? I'm assuming you've heard of like the Neuralink stuff. That's like the brain in your computer.
No.
Or wait,
what?
The computer in your brain.
The computer in your brain.
Yeah. Excuse me.
My chair.
No, you're good, brother. It's essentially like it's like a thing to where instead of having like the phone, you have like just something straight up in your brain and you see it in your eyeball. Would you ever do something like that?
I do not think so.
You don't think so?
We just had a conversation about how phones are fucking exploding in people's pockets.
That's a good point.
Why would I want? It's gonna, dude. The side of my head is just gonna like.
And the thing is, right? If you just don't know and the company's corrupt, they can just do that at any time. They could just like straight up blow up your head,
dude. Yeah, it's
whenever
like
they wanted to.
It's like in Kingsman. Did you watch that movie? The
I did see that movie, but
you know
I
where
don't
they got all the chips and stuff in their necks. Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that. No, but like, I think I would fuck with it. I don't know. I'm not on my phone a lot, so maybe I like wouldn't. But I feel like the like undiagnosed ADHD brain in me would just like always have it on with something.
I guess,
and that seems bad.
Yeah,
that doesn't seem good. Now that I'm thinking about
it, you're at work and you're just like watching Netflix through your eyeball, and people are like, "The fuck are you zoning out about?"
Yeah.
So, the closest thing that I've seen that's like kind of similar to that is my dad got my grandpa this pair of this pair of glasses that you can plug directly into anything that has a USB-C plug, and it would just display a screen.
What? Wait,
on
that's
the
cool.
glasses.
That's cool.
And so you could plug it into your Switch, and you could like play like Smash like wherever you looked.
That's awesome.
You could plug it into like your iPad and like watch shows. It was great because like I tried it out.
Did you use them? Did they feel cool?
I tried it out. I felt like I was dying. I was like, dude, my eyes. I'm having like such a hard time focusing.
Do you like see? It's like I'm assuming they're clear, right? So you like see through the image at that point.
No, they're like
what? They're
when
like
it
opaque?
when it plays, like everything else in the background gets like dark. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
See, but imagine that, but just in your head. Like you don't have to put on a display. It's just in your
I feel like I
brain.
would go crazy.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think you can handle that?
Yeah, I think I would go insane.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Chappie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The movie where it's like the
with
robot.
Hugh Jackman?
I don't think it has Hugh Jackman in it.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman is in Chappie.
Really?
He was like the bad guy.
I believe you just because I'm not sure. I'm
not with the robots, and he's like he's in
It's like the robot where he like starts. He's like
wearing the chains, right?
Yeah,
dude.
There's one robot that like gains sentience and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Because he calls the one dude Maker, right?
Yeah. So that and then spoilers. That movie's really old, but at the end of that movie, the guy like uploads his consciousness into
another
robot.
Yeah.
No, but but he was a human. Stuff like that fucks me up. Just like the concept of like, because I've had this conversation in depth with one of my friends Emmett before.
Okay.
Of if you were to wake up tomorrow and have your full body just replaced with a robot, would you be able to know? But like it's like 1-to-1. You know what I mean? Like it's as similar as it could be.
That's a good question.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Like imagine you just wake up like that, and then 3 days go by, and you're like, man, I haven't shit in a couple days. Because like you're a robot.
I like how that's the thought process. Of,
like when else would I notice? How else would I notice?
You're like
that concept fucks me up.
Like something like short circuit. You like stick your finger in an outlet, and you're like, I'm not getting shocked.
That's crazy.
You're like, what the hell is happening?
But he's like, I would do it. I would like make the choice to do it if I could.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that wild? I just could never do that.
I don't think I could do that either.
Yeah, shit like that fucks me up. Just like the concept of becoming a robot. I could do like one arm.
Sure,
I would hate it. The whole time.
Well, because that's I mean, like you see that in movies, and I feel like that's become more like popularized as well. I mean, you like see it in movies where people get like mechanical arms and stuff, and like you can like shoot lasers out of it or whatever. It's like, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't know, something about like having the arm that's like a human arm but can do like something extra. I don't know. That's in like a lot of games and like media.
Did you watch that movie Upgrade?
No. What is
great,
that? Is that like
movie.
Is that another like cyborg type movie?
Sort of. So it takes place like it takes place in the future where people can get like implants in their brains and like a whole bunch of other like technological advancements to their body. But there's this one guy who spoilers by the way to everyone. He gets in a car crash and just loses all feeling below the neck.
Oh, crazy! And
so, to get fixed, he got this like AI implant that allows him to feel all of his limbs again and feel everything again.
Okay.
But it also is like he can hear a voice and it'll ask and it'll be like
weird.
The guy's like driven by like revenge because his wife also died in the crash and he was like hit or whatever, so he's like, I want to find these guys, but he like doesn't know how to fight, but the AI is like, let me take control, I can fight for you, and like kicks everybody's ass. But anyway, point is, in the movie there are people that like have these guns implanted in their arms and they can like reload into their forearm, like they reload bullets and then they just like put their hands out. It's like, it's not even that. Like, you know, you see people crazy. Like do like put their hand up and they like shoot lasers or whatever. These guys are just shooting straight 9mm bullets out of there. Yeah, murdering people. It's like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like a whole new level. It's like of. Did you ever watch the Cyberpunk show, The Edge Runners?
I didn't.
That show is so fucking good.
I do want to watch it.
That show is real. I'm not going to say anything about it because not going into it with like less information is good.
Sure.
So I'm not going to say anything about it. But that show, fucking incredible.
Okay.
Definitely give it a watch if you haven't. That show's really good.
Did you play the Cyberpunk game when it first came out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I played the game, I thought it was good. It didn't actually run that bad on my PC. I really liked it.
Sorry, are you wearing the chain that I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. For a couple weeks back now, I want to say like maybe 2.5. Mm-hmm. It was around my birthday, so
yeah,
maybe like 2 weeks. We were just like shooting the shit at JS's place, and we were just talking about. I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to get a chain. I want to grab a chain just because I think I want to wear one, and I think it would be. I don't know. I want to wear something." And he goes, "Dude, originally Emilio was gonna put it on." But our friend Emilio, and it just didn't fit his neck, and it'd be like that, you know what I mean? Like it's like that. His lost my gain, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, my brother, but
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, and it was like on my birthday. I was like, JS, you got to put it on me because it'll be all cute, and I had him come behind me and attach it to me.
I did in fact put it on.
Yeah, I'm wearing it every once in a while. I definitely was like wearing it while I was moving, and it like felt gross because I was sweating. But like now that I've like gotten like past that, I'm like I'm wearing it more. I want to accessorize. You know what I mean? I'm all about the accessorize.
I kind of understand what you're saying because like more recently, oh shit, there's a heater behind us as well. By the way,
it's a very large gas furnace. There's a world where
for
it
those
clicks
of you guys
on, and we
watching on YouTube, you're gonna see like the setup right now, and we have like we're in Mason's new apartment.
Yeah, new little spot set it up in the corner.
Space, but there's a heater behind us. Anyway, what were we talking about? Accessories.
The accessorizing. Yep.
I am a big fan of rings, and I want to wear more rings, but I just like, here's the thing is that, first of all, I constantly lose them. Like, I'll buy rings, and then I'll be like, I don't fucking know where they went. Mm-hmm. And I think a big problem with that is, like, for those of you that don't know, I bowl for sport, and so...
Yes, sir. He's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'll go... I'll like go bowling and then I'll like take my rings off and I'll like put them in a bag.
That makes sense.
Or like whatever I have with me, and then I'll just like forget them.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, they're gone now forever. I don't know where they went.
They're just stuck in the bag until you either find them or you just lose them and they're gone forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel that.
I've lost probably like 6 rings.
It's a lot.
I know, dude. It's rings, a lot of rings.
I feel like rings
lose.
Aren't cheap either. Like I feel like most of the time they're like minimum $30.
Oh no, I'm getting them for cheaper because I mean, like I'll go to like Buffalo Exchange and get them. You know, I'll go to like thrift shops and get them.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah. No, I need to get more because I had like a pinky ring that I liked wearing all the time.
Sure.
But I like smacked it against a metal door and it split in half, and so that just wasn't that. It's broken now, so I can't wear it. It's really the moral of that story.
That's the moral of the story. It's just it's Jover, dude.
It's honestly true. It's Jover. And so I was like, that's why I wanted to get a chain, because I wanted more like accessories. And so yeah, I figured I might as well. I don't know. I like to look good. I like to like feel powerful walking out of my apartment.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, right. Like it truly is. It's one of those things that's just like super motivating for me for some reason.
Yeah, it's no. Like, when you walk out of your apartment and you feel good about the outfit that you're wearing in the morning, that's so fucking empowering.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like it's such a nice feeling. Or it's like we were talking about it a little bit earlier, and I don't think it was on the recording, but about like smelling good. Like smelling good is one of the best compliments I think you could ever receive as a person. Yeah, I love when people tell me I smell good.
Really?
Yeah, I love it because like one, if I smell bad, odds are they're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
So when I smell good, it's like I smell really good because they're saying something. Like it's like one of those things.
I guess that's a good way to think about it. I didn't think about it that way. I guess.
It's just, and it's like it's something that I can't change in the moment either.
Sure.
So when they're like, "Yeah, you smell good," I was like, "Thank you, man. I put on deodorant today."
yeah. I mean, yeah, you make a good point, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hadn't really thought about it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing: is that I had like I have no hair. I mean, I do have hair. So I buzz my hair. I have
no hair.
It's like down to my scalp, and so if I were to like, I have to like think of different ways to make sure that I smell good because I can't shampoo every day.
So if someone like
if I shampoo every day, my scalp gets dry as shit, and then I just start flaking everywhere.
Yeah, which is not good.
Yeah, no, it's not good. So essentially, what it comes down to is I end up like I have to like shampoo maybe like once every 3 days.
Okay.
Like I'll still shower.
Yeah.
And I'll like shower everything else. Like I'll shower my body, whatever. And then I'll like use deodorant. But like if my hair is short enough, I'll use like moisturizer.
Oh, like lotion?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually wild.
Because it depends on how short my hair is too. Because like I don't like the feeling of like when there's like some weird like shit in my hair.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want to feel like there's like
I don't want to feel like there's stuff in my hair. Yeah, exactly. But it'll be like Burt's Bees. Like
that sounds like it would feel wonderful at the very least.
Yeah, no,
like,
it feels
great.
Do
you just like rub your head?
I should have told you.
I know this is like
when I mean, yeah, no, I do that all the time. Like I'll rub my head. I'm pretty sure I don't know if it is anymore, but my Discord status for a while was I like rubbing my head because it feels like there's TV static in my brain.
Which is just such a wild thing to say. Like that is like
that's like the most stoner thought you could possibly have. You know,
that's just one of those things where you're like head empty. You're just like rubbing your head.
Yeah, dude.
Like that's how. I mean, that's just like, how it sounds.
I remember because that was how I felt even before I had started smoking weed, and so after I started smoking weed too, I remember like smoking and then remembering that.
Had that extra experience.
Shit. Like I forgot that like rubbing my head feels weird, and so I rubbed my head and I like sensory overload. I lost it.
Yeah, it was like have you ever had those like massager things?
Yeah,
it felt
dude,
like that.
Those are crazy.
Those are so wild.
Those are insane.
Like those are the things that like make you fucking collapse if you're not expecting it.
Your partner recently she took her nails off. Like but I feel like we all got stoned relatively recently.
It was 2 weeks ago, max.
Yeah, and
like
she
2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah. And her nails were still on by that time.
The
and
acrylics, like super.
Yeah, I was like
long
sitting
nails.
on the couch. I think I was just like watching TV, and she just like came up behind me and like did the thing on my head, and I fucking freaked out. I was so high already.
You were really high.
I was really high.
I was really high, but like you were really high.
And it fucked me up, dude. I was like, whoa.
Did you hear that echo when that happened too?
Dude, the echoing in the heater behind us is crazy.
It's a little funky sounding.
I freaked out. I lost it. I was like, what the hell? Like I feel like I just touched God.
that night was fun because I feel like it wasn't when we originated the hive mind concept or the mind meld concept.
Yeah.
But it was like one of the moments I feel like me and you both had together of like, man, the like synergy there, it would just be so mind blowing.
It would be so good
because it's like one of those when we were like super stoned, we were sitting at the kitchen table, and we were just communicating in grunts. It felt like, like we were just like it was the word "dude." I feel like was every other word.
Yeah, because that was the thing is that our friend Madison, who was there with us, was making fun of us because in between laughs we would say "dude" to address each other, and then she would make fun of us for saying "dude." And then when we realized we were saying dude, we would laugh even harder. So it was just a never-ending loop of us like losing our shit over saying the word dude.
That was one of my favorite one of my most favorite high experiences.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I just remember I'm shooting the shit with Madison because I'm like, Madison, like what are you doing? Like we're just like this is how we communicate. I'm being stupid.
Yeah.
And then I just turn over to you and I go, dude, and I point to her, and we just lose our minds, dude. Just lose our minds.
I forgot that's what happened. Yeah, you looked at me and you pointed at her and you're like, dude.
Well, she was like, stop saying dude every other word, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to, and I'm like thinking really hard when I'm talking to Madison about not saying dude, and then I turn to you, and it's just out the window. It's just like I'm just like he'll understand. We have the mind meld going on at this point.
Yeah, we have the mind meld,
and then like that's part of like the origination of like the mind meld concept.
Yeah.
Of just like
I actually want to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's a good transition for it, right?
100%.
At least the like part of the origination of it is that when specifically when we would get stoned, as well as like a couple other scenarios, right? But we're just on such a similar wavelength as people to where when we get stoned, our minds just like combine into one goop of shit.
Because that's the thing, right? Is we would like we'll get stoned. That's how we came up with the name. We were out at there was a meteor shower here recently, or like and so we went out to a really nice lookout with a bunch of our friends and like laid down and just like watched all the shooting stars.
It was a good time.
Just hung out. It was a really good time. And that's when one of our friends goes, "You guys have really nice voices for like a podcast." And Mason was like, what if we did a podcast?
Yeah, why not?
And I was like, we can do it. Like, if you want to do it, we'll do it. And so here we are. But we wanted to think of a name. And so I came up with the Mind Meld because every time we get high together, the next day that I see Mason at work, every time without fail, he looks at me and he goes, dude, our minds melded there for a second. And in that moment, at that meteor shower, I was like, I feel like I gained like an extra wrinkle. Like I was so fucking. You felt I was like, holy shit! Felt it in your mind. I'm so fucking smart. This is crazy. I just came up with the most banger name in the world for this podcast.
Yeah, and it's I like it a lot as well. An extra wrinkle. That's so funny. Your folds are increasing.
Yeah, dude, the folds are increasing.
But like, no, and that's the thing is, even when we do get high, right? And we have that moment, it's just us staring at each other, trying to like find a meme or something, and then we just lose it on the floor. Because me and you both have the very similar like level of high in terms of how we act, and it's to just fucking lose our shit and giggle at anything that we see.
It's not even a giggle. We will just piss ourselves laughing.
I think I've cried every time we've smoked together. Dude, I'm pretty sure.
100%. Every time I've smoked with you, I've cried because I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, no, I think so. And then we just have really good energies. And so when that like melding happens, it's when we're crying on the ground together.
Yeah, no. We have like a really good dynamic where like we at the peak of our high, we're like losing it. We're just like laughing about literally nothing, and then as we wind down, it just becomes a lot more chill.
Yeah,
and that's something. We have a good time.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to ask you about recently because, like you were saying, you have just recently started exploring the world of the ganja, of the devil's lettuce, of Snoop Dogg, our savior, right? Like he is the one who brought it down to us.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, like where you felt before, right, when smoking, because when you because the first time you did it, was it like after you turned 21, right?
It was like after I turned 21.
So like your mindset like before and now that you've done it a couple times, like in terms of like going into it in the future, like I'm just curious, like overall.
So
weed,
I had this. I feel good about it, and I had this conversation with my stepmom recently because I was back at my parents' house this past weekend, and I knew that they still had some extra weed from when we had originally smoked the first time, because I smoked with my parents for the first time. That was a privilege. I was like, holy shit,
that does sound like a good time.
Not a lot of people like get to like smoke for their first time with their parents. Like that's crazy.
The space felt safe. It felt good.
It felt awesome.
Love that.
And so I knew they had some extra weed, and I was like, I'm out of weed. I'm gonna ask if they have any left that I can just like bring back to Bellingham with me. So I was like, hey, do you guys like have any of the weed left? And I guess they took it as like, oh, do you want to smoke right now?
Oh, yeah.
And so I had this conversation with my stepmom where like we were outside smoking a joint, and she was like, I'm really glad that you're having like a good experience with weed.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I feel really good about it. I was like, I feel like it's like we were talking about when I was first smoking a lot, is like I feel like I had this honeymoon phase where I was smoking a lot because I was like, wow, I love this feeling of getting high. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. And then once that honeymoon phase kind of passed, I was like, all right, like it's still fun, but I just
you're like I don't need to do it every day.
I don't need to do it all the time. Like it's something that I do every once in a while when I have like friends over or whatever.
Because I know that when we were talking about originally, you were like, I want to make sure I don't get into that like rut of I need to smoke every day.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's like one of the things is that when you're starting out, it's just super fun and you just like want to do it all the time because it makes you feel. I don't know. It makes you feel like your worries are gone. Like when they be singing "Don't Worry About a Thing," you're like, I'm not, man. Like I feel good.
I'm not worrying about a single thing right now, dude.
Exactly. And like as someone who was more experienced, I was like, don't worry. Like as soon as you'll get past your like honeymoon phase, and as long as you're like mentally controlled and how much you do, it's not going to be like a problem, right? Yeah. So. That's like the main thing that was like for me when I was like watching you like start to smoke more. I literally told you, I was like, you will hit a point to where you're like, okay, I don't need to do this every day anymore. Yeah. And then boom, there we are.
Yeah. So and that's where I feel like I'm at right now, where sometimes I'll like, I mean, like I know that it's been like 3 days since I smoked last, and I'm like, I feel like I don't like.
You only do flower? Have you smoked the cart before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay, I was just curious.
Here's the other thing that I was talking about as well with my stepmom is that I was like, I feel like I'm kind of like a creature of habit where I'm like, I don't like to go too far out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I feel especially that way with like drugs and alcohol, where I'm like, I've had a good experience with these things so far, and I don't want to push my luck. Where I'm like, I've had a good time smoking flower and smoking these pre-rolls, and I don't want to fuck that up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like I had that moment recently at the bonfire with alcohol, where I was like, I've only ever had like a good time with alcohol, where I'm like, I feel fine.
Yep.
Like I just end up getting really drunk, and we all have a good time, we party, whatever. And we had this bonfire recently, and that's why I like having my roommate around when I'm drinking, because he's the one who's like, you're not allowed to have another drink until you finish this water bottle.
Yeah.
So,
which is it's very good friends to have around, regardless.
Yeah, 100%.
Like literally such a good energy.
Such a good dude.
I'm not that person,
dude. It's okay. So I was just downing drink after drink, and that was the first time ever that I was like, I mean, you saw me. I like laid down, like away from everyone else, away from the fire, and I was like, I fucking need a second. I feel like I'm dying. Like my insides hurt, and I thought I was gonna throw up. I didn't throw up.
Nice.
But I thought I was going to, and I was like, holy shit, I can't ever do this again.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it feels like garbage.
Which is so fair, right? It's like one of those things where it's like, you don't know your limit until you hit it, especially with drugs and alcohol. Like, you have no idea where you're like, your bar of, I need to stop until you hit it for the first time, and you're like, oh.
Like, exactly.
Like, this is
dude, and then you lose it.
Yeah, and then you just disassociate for like 2 hours after that and hope it goes away. Have you ever gotten the spins?
I've never gotten the spins.
Dude, they are crazy.
That's what I've heard.
It's so wild. Like my like one experience with the spins was like when I drank a shit ton. We had a huge like Costco bottle of vodka, right? And I think when we did the math, we said about 18 shots per person, because it was at the end. Yeah. And because the bottle was gone, right? Jesus, so if we were to split it evenly, we said about 18 shots per person. But there's a video of me from that night drinking a regular like solo cup full of vodka like a shot.
That's
like a shot, dude.
Like a shot, dude?
It's a terrible video.
Fucking crazy.
It's psycho of me.
That is psycho.
Yeah, right.
That's some crazy ass shit, dude.
Because that was when I got the spins. Was that night?
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you feel that night that you were over at my place and you threw up? Because I remember
on the way home.
Yeah, on the way home. Because
I was good. I'm not even gonna lie,
dude. That was crazy to me.
Like I was so.
You brought it up so casually the next day
because it felt casual when it happened. But essentially, this is just the story. The story is just
crazy.
I'm a slightly bigger dude, and so when we were drinking, I was like, I just don't have like the filter of like I should have less, or like I should have like I always drink a little bit more than everyone around me.
Okay, sure.
Like it's not like I don't do it on purpose. It's just what happens.
Yeah.
And so. I don't know, and I also don't mind throwing up. I don't think it's like that bad of an experience.
I fucking hate it.
And like I don't mind. I don't mind it. I've like done it enough times where I'm like, oh no, this is what feeling like throwing up's gonna feel, and then it happens. like it's nothing too crazy,
dude. No, so I can't stand it.
I just got like super drunk, and I used to live really close to you. I don't anymore, but I used to live really close, so I could just walk home.
Yeah,
it's like 3 minutes to walk home. Yeah. And I'm walking up these like rocks. I'm like parkouring up these rocks because I have to get back to my place, and I'm just walking. I go. And I just like throw up while I'm walking, and then I just keep walking. Like I was unfazed.
That's fucking crazy.
And then I brought it up the next day. I was like, yeah, I threw up on the way home. You guys were like, what? Like, are you feeling okay? I'm like, I feel fine. Like, I think that saved me from having a hangover.
That's some psycho shit. That's like, I hate to break it to you, hate to burst your bubble. That's like just not a normal thing.
Just to throw up?
I mean, like not just like casually and be like, yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for some people, but for me, I'm a baby about it. Like,
really?
I lose my shit. Dude. Like, if I throw up, I'm crying. I'm like, it's over. I don't want to be here anymore.
Sometimes if I like eat something bad, I throw up on purpose because I think it'll like hurt me, and so I'm like, I'd rather throw up now than have a shitty stomach poo in a day and a half.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
dude, I don't like.
I hate bodily functions. Like, if I could just not pee, I would do it. I think it's so annoying to pee, but I don't mind throwing up. Like,
that's, dude.
What? Did I just throw something at you weren't expecting? That's on me.
Yeah, that's insane. What?
What? God. You can't tell me you enjoy peeing. It's obtrusive to the day.
I feel like it's like a satisfying part of my day.
It makes it sound like I want to wear diapers. I don't want to wear diapers.
That's like a satisfying part of my day.
Really?
Like, because here's the thing is that like I feel like I have a pretty big bladder. Like I don't pee super frequently in the day. Like a lot of people, dude, who was I having this conversation with recently?
I just feel like I got a huge bladder.
Oh,
man.
yeah, no, I had some friends over this past weekend and we got like stoned. And so yeah, it was like 3 days ago and we got stoned and one of my buddies was like freaking out because he was like, we've been hanging out here for like probably 10 hours and I haven't seen you piss once. And he's like, I've probably pissed like 4 times already. And I'm like,
see, that's me. I'm that guy.
I'm like, I don't have to piss, dude.
Like,
I
just don't have to.
But like when I do, it's not like I'm like, oh God, I gotta piss. And I'm like, all right, like it's very casual.
Like, I'm gonna
I gotta go piss.
See, and that's how throwing up feels for me. But I don't like peeing because it's annoying. I have to like so if I'm like doing something, imagine I'm sitting down on my desk playing a game, playing like Baldur's Gate or something, right? Sure. And I'm like, I've been sitting here for 4 hours. I could swing another 30 minutes before I have to pee. Like I like try to timing it out like that. I'm like
crazy.
Or it's like or I like to think that I play Valorant and like Overwatch better when I have to pee.
Okay.
For some reason, it's just like my mind just I can focus. I'm like, I want this game to end so I can go pee so bad, and so I try my best to play.
That's insane.
Yeah,
dude.
like
That's
sometimes
so
I'll queue when I have to pee on purpose. Like is it like that sounds kind of psycho?
That is kind of psycho, dude. Oh my God,
dude. I don't know. I think peeing is annoying. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
It's like I also think eating is annoying. Like I love eating. I think eating is like things that taste good. I love doing it. But if I could just like go 3 weeks without eating, I would. Wow. Yeah, is that like psycho? I don't know. Did I just drop a bomb? A second one?
A little bit, dude. Here's the thing: is like, I could go 3 weeks without eating if I'm the one who has to cook. Like if I'm the one who has to cook, I'm like, fuck, I'm too lazy. I'm not doing this.
I see.
But if somebody else is cooking meals for me, fucking absolutely, dude.
You would just do it.
Absolutely.
You would just eat every time.
100%.
Yes, that's the thing. Is I think I would still.
And I love other people's food.
I would still skip meals. I think I would still be like, nah, I'm not going to eat breakfast. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the only reason that I skip breakfast is because I'm never hungry in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Every time I wake up in the morning,
makes sense. Most people aren't.
Yeah. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying earlier, like sometimes you'll see me walking to the Best Buy, and you're like, oh, like, have you eaten anything? It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Have you eaten anything today? I'm like, I like to sit there and think, but like I sit there and think, and I'm like, I know I didn't eat anything.
Yeah, you're like, I had a fucking popcorn kernel and like an energy drink. I'm like what?
Girl dinner. That's a classic one for a lot of people in our group right now. They're like saying, girl dinner. No, but yeah, no, a popcorn kernel. I had a deep breath of air. The smoke was thick today, so I just inhaled that on the way in. You know how it is,
dude. Yeah. So we live out in Washington. And it is smoky as shit
it's so
right now.
Gross outside. It's so gross.
It feels so bad.
It's so gross.
One of our supervisors had to leave early today because he was just like...
that happened today?
Yeah, he was like, I can't fucking be here. He's like, he was wearing a mask and everything. He's like, I just can't breathe. It was Marco.
Oh, I mean...
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave the work unless it was important. So, but if it was like someone else, literally anyone else, I'd be like, "Fuck those people."
Yeah,
can't believe they just left work.
I cannot believe they just left work. Yeah, absolutely. Best Buy, ride or die.
Dude, die.
every time. I choose
every time.
Every time. Yeah. I choose die every single time.
I walk into Best Buy and I go, time to die.
Yeah.
Literally, okay, one of my favorite things right now is when I walk into Best Buy, I fist bump everybody. I try to get a fist bump in. I try to say hello and fist bump everybody in the store.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things to walk into the store and like see like someone that I don't see that I work with all the time. Like there's this guy that we work with now named Eduardo, really like shy.
Yeah.
But like me and him just shoot the shit all the time. I go like, yo, what's going on, Eduardo? He's like, yo, we doing good. I don't know. I just like it's one of my favorite things.
That's
like
awesome, dude.
when I walk into work is to like fist bump everybody. I don't know. It makes me smile.
I mean, yeah, no. I mean, like, dude. Do your fucking thing. I feel like every time I see you at work, I just gotta dap you up. You
Dude, I know. Yeah, I feel it. It's just, I don't know. It's just like a sign of, just like hello, like yo, what's going on? It's just like an extra layer to saying hello to someone.
100%.
It's like doing a little fist bump. I had a guy give me the COVID elbow the other day.
Really?
Yeah. He was like wearing a mask and everything, so like wasn't. But I like went to shake his hand.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he was going to shake my hand, and he goes like. He like swings his elbow at me to go for the elbow dab, and I was just surprised. I like grabbed his elbow with my hand.
He just baited the shit out of you.
Yeah, I like grabbed his elbow. Like put your elbow out like this.
Yeah.
I like grabbed his elbow. Like I was like going in. I was like, oh, sorry. And I like went like that. It was really awkward. It was a really awkward experience.
You grabbed his elbow and you're like, oh fuck shit. Oh god damn it, my bad.
Yeah. It's like when you tell people to have a good day and they're like, no. You ever had somebody do that to you?
No, absolutely. I thought you were gonna do like the whole thing where like you go to a restaurant and they're like,
it is similar.
Enjoy your food.
It probably is more
and you're like,
similar
you too,
to
and
that.
then you're like, wait, fuck, god damn it.
My brain is just like, they're gonna go on lunch at some point. If they haven't, they'll eat it. They'll eat later.
Yeah, they'll eat
It's
later.
still factually correct. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, but that's where I'm at with it.
That's so. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, you want to know something that I was thinking about recently?
Let me know.
So, I was having this conversation with my parents recently, and I wanted to bring it up with you especially because I feel like it's like I feel like it's something that like we engage in, obviously, and like all of our friend group.
Yeah.
Guys are just so much more affectionate now with each other.
Oh, 100%.
And it's crazy. And I love to see it.
Yeah.
I 100% love it.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, like, obviously me and you and like Emilio and a lot of people in our group, like you said, we say we love you to each other. Like, we're very like open and willing to like say that to one another. I've actually started bringing that energy to other people that I interact with on my daily, because it's like, why would I not? Like, I want to show my appreciation for this person.
And you want to make this person feel like valued, you know?
Exactly. And then like giving hugs, like you said, every time you dap me up, I like, or like when like other people come up that I don't see as often, I'm like, dude, I'm going in for a hug. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
100%.
Like, I'm a hugger now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have said that like 2 years ago, probably.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Yeah, I'm a hugger for sure.
Dude, you give good hugs.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm kind of a wide guy. Like, I'm not like a big dude, but like I have a wide shoulder stance, so I can kind of envelop people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You give good hugs, man.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you. It's part of the style.
But I think like it was funny because I guess I was having this realization more recently, which was interesting because I have this buddy Greg who I've been friends with for a while now, since like middle school, right?
Okay.
And him and I hang out pretty frequently. I mean, I just saw him again recently. He came back from Minnesota. He was spending the summer with his partner in a different state.
Nice. Let's go.
And so it was the first time I got to see him in a while. But he's been doing this for like the past 4 years, where every time I see him, we hang out, we do our thing, and then when he's like leaving or when I gotta leave, whatever it is, it's like, all right, see you, love you, hug, and then he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I'm like, dude, I fucking love this guy.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
I love this guy so much.
No, that's awesome. And like you're saying, like, it's like a shift in, because my dad doesn't do that. Like, like me and my dad, so we say I love you to each other, right? But like, just people in the older generation aren't of the same like mindset of it, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I think like you said, it's positive. I always have it puts a smile on my face. And human interaction like that is good. It makes me
very happy.
Yeah, human interaction like that is just good for your mental in general,
dude. Like the other night, like when like I was kind of having like a shitty night, and then you and Ona came over. I was like, dude, and then you like grabbed my head and like give me a kiss on the forehead. I was like, holy fuck, I love this guy.
I needed to show affection.
I was like, oh my god, Mason is the best.
Yeah, I'm a big physical touch person. Yeah, that's something that I've like realized more recently than like before. But I'm a big like physical touch person. I think like that's like obviously if like other people aren't like it is what it, like I will like be like, hey, I respect that boundary. No, but I'm a big physical touch person. Like that's something that like you were saying, I was talking to Ona about recently. I was like, hey, like just so you know, if I'm ever like a little too like, just let me know. Like I know things can be overwhelming. Like physical touch with anybody can be overwhelming. I was like, just be like, I was like, just know that like I want that. Yeah, exactly. But I'm a huge physical touch person. Like whenever like when I'm talking to customers, sometimes I'll do a little like arm touch or like like, I don't know. It's just something that's
so funny. I'm not that way with customers. Like I'm that way with my friends, but like especially with old people, I'm like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah,
Get
but
the fuck away from me.
It's more so it's like when I'm next time, I'll give them like a little like pat on the arm. Okay. Or it's because I think part of it for me too comes from when I worked in childcare.
But it's like good customer service.
Yeah,
too.
It's just like trying to be, and obviously I'll read the vibe. Like if I think this guy's a fucking dipshit, I'm not gonna give him the time of day that I'm talking about, right? But if it's like this older woman who like I was like working with her for a while, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so grateful that you could help me set up my PC. I'm like, I just scheduled you a Geek Squad appointment, ma'am. Like I didn't do very much for you. But I don't know. It's nice to show affection. I don't know. I think you're right. It's a very nice thing there. Yeah. I'm a big fan. Fan. No, the physical touch.
It's one of those things. I guess it kind of does depend on how like you were raised too. Because like you were saying, like your dad didn't do it. I feel like my dad was always that way.
Really?
Like my dad was always very like adamant on like lots of hugs, lots of forehead kisses, like all that sort of thing. And I was like, dude, this is just kind of like how I grew up.
Yeah.
But like it was one of those things where in like elementary school and middle school, everyone would be like, oh, like that's fucking gay, and you'd be like, yeah, what the fuck, man? Dude, like I'm not like sexually attracted to you. I just think you're a great person, and I want to show my affection.
Yeah, that was something that like growing up in middle school and stuff, I didn't have a big like, I guess, mindset about it. I always like to describe my like middle school years as like I was a chameleon. You know what I mean? I was friends with everybody, but I could talk to everybody. Like, I was in every single social group I could be in, but like I never like stuck to one. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so like I never really had like friends like that. Like, I had friends like that in elementary school, had friends like that in high school, that I wanted to be like affectionate towards, but in middle school I just did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I was like I was like a fucking disaster child in middle school.
Oh my God.
Me and my friend Chase, we competed to see who could get kicked out of my teacher Mr. Roberts' class fastest. We did it a lot, like maybe like twice a week. We would do it a lot.
That's crazy.
We had like a desk outside, but if like whoever got kicked out first, the other person couldn't get kicked out because there was no desk outside, and so we would always race to see who could like be the first one.
That's so funny.
And it was disaster child
menace,
of me,
dude.
Yeah,
You
disaster child of me.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you want to know something funny about my middle school years?
I do.
So looking back, it's like, this is like, why the fuck did I do this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, realistically, I probably could have gotten like written up for like bringing a knife to school.
Oh my God.
So I'd like straight up in one of my classes just pulled out a whole pomegranate and a knife and just started carving it in class and then eating it. And my teacher was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like,
That's fucking awesome.
"I'm having a snack,
dude.
I'm hungry."
You're like, what? Like,
I don't see what's wrong with this.
yeah, would you rather me crinkle a bag of chips in the back of your classroom?
exactly.
Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even think I would have known what you were cutting if you would have done that. In my like in like 7th grade, if you would have pulled out a pomegranate and like start cutting, be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
like,
what is that?
What
and
is
it's
that guy
crazy.
doing?
Dude, have you seen the inside of a pomegranate?
Yeah, dude, it's wild.
It looks like a brain.
Why do they look like that?
I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know.
I like pomegranates though.
Dude, pomegranates are
go
great.
off.
They're super acidic though. I once drank like a bottle of pomegranate juice and then was like super sick afterwards because it was so
'cause the
acidic and
acidity.
it just made me feel not
Weird.
good.
Have you ever eaten an apple core?
Okay. I am a big camper.
Okay. Yep.
I love camping and I believe in zero waste.
Nice. Okay. I see where this is going.
And so I'll eat the apple core.
Nice.
I will eat the whole apple core every time. And people think I'm a psycho for that. Which I
do.
Might agree. Like I am kind of a psycho for that.
I do think I had this friend back in high school that I went on like a trip with.
Sure.
And he convinced me to eat an apple core like 4 different times, and every time I'm like, I'm never doing that again. But like he would come back to me when I was eating an apple and he'd be like, are you gonna eat the core? And I was like, no. And then he'd eat it and I'd be like, that looks kind of good. It's more apple.
Dude, that's what I say that every time. I'm like, it's more apple.
Yeah, as long as you avoid the seeds, like it's not that weird.
Apple.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Banana peels though. Have you eaten a banana peel?
To be fair, I'm not like a big fan of bananas. Though.
Oh, well, the banana peels aren't good. So
okay, well, I figured they don't look appealing.
No, there's no need to appealing.
Dude.
Get it? No, but like, I have taken a bite out of a banana, like out of the
you ate a banana
back.
with the shell on.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I took it and I like bit the center. I like didn't like bite one of the ends. It was one of the worst things I've ever experienced.
That's like they need to lock you up, put you in an insane asylum. That's crazy.
I think if I were to go to a therapist, they'd be like, how have you lived this long without going to therapy? Like, how have you done this?
If I saw a person in public just take a banana between their hands and take a bite out of the middle with the shell on,
dude,
it's on site.
That's like
I'm
Joker.
fighting.
That's like Joker shit.
I'm fighting them immediately.
Like, imagine eating it, but it's like oriented a way to where it looks like a smiley face, so you look like a Curious George villain. Like, dude. That would be crazy.
Curious George villain?
He's a monkey. He probably has villains that eat bananas. I don't know. I don't know very much about Curious George. The Man in the Yellow. I played the Curious George game on the PS2.
There was a fucking game?
Dude, it was goated. Goated out the wazoo. Are you checking the time?
Yeah, I'm checking the time. Oh, yeah, dude. I can't
have
fucking
no
read
idea.
the time on this. It's so small.
I don't know when we started. So
I don't know when we started. I mean, we're coming up on an hour.
I could definitely talk to you for as long as I want.
Dude.
But
just keep it going.
There's the time we have to hit the button. No, but the Curious George game went off, and I feel like if there was a villain in that game, it would be a man that ate bananas with the peel on.
I mean, it's like I just can't even imagine. Like, I'm committing this devious act. Like, watch me. Like, I can. George is just like looking at him like
the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey's looking at him like, how can you be enjoying? Like, I don't even see how this is like a villain thing.
He
Like,
just like turns to the camera. He's like, "What the
There's
fuck?"
no way you're enjoying this.
He's doing it to
Like,
see the
it's just-
pain in your eyes.
I guess I guess you're my villain because it's like a waste of bananas now. Or I mean, like, it's even then it's like not a waste of banana. Like, I mean, unless he's like taking a bite and then just like throwing them away.
It's like the Boston Tea Party is to America. That's how it is for Curious George.
Yeah, but he's
if
just
they were
like,
just like throw
but
a
if
bunch
he's
of
just like
bananas
eating
off.
the whole banana with the shell on, like that's not like at that point it's just like, oh, you're just
doing that.
You're
like,
just a psycho.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, there's
no like malice. It's like concern.
Yeah, there's no like what sort of villainy is this exactly? Because you're not. It's not like you're
Curious George
hurting
villain.
anyone.
A Curious George villain can't hurt anyone.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. That's the world that I want to live in, though, is where like these kids shows just like take a really dark, drastic turn. And
have you seen Arcane?
Yeah.
Would you call that a kids show?
No.
Would you call it like? I don't know where I'm going with this. Would you call it like? I almost said would you call it like an adult show, but that sounds like porn. It's not porn. Would you call it like?
I don't know what I'd call it, dude.
I mean, I guess it's just animated. It's just like a show that's animated. I don't know. I don't know
why.
I
mean, like I would. Yeah, I would.
It's like would you call it a drama?
I don't know what I would call
like
it.
an action drama. I have no idea.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
But it's probably classified as like an animated drama or something like that. Would be my guess.
An animated drama?
Yeah. Or like an animated like action drama. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I guess I don't have to add animated on it, but
what is it called?
Arcane. They're making a second season. They're making a Valorant show.
They're making a Valorant show?
Yeah, they're making like a Valorant movie or something like that. It's supposed to come out next year.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Okay, Arcane is shit. Wrong thing.
The internet has failed us.
The internet is failing us. What kind of show is this, dude?
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like animated shows
it says
don't.
TV-14.
So it's not even in rated M. That's kind of wild. I guess there's probably not very much blood.
Yeah, not really.
That's the thing with like animated stuff now. You've been seeing that like stuff like that get a lot more traction recently. Of like, giving it more respect as a film.
Yeah, dude.
And
like
get rid of the subgenre of animated when you're like thinking about it, and like just lump it in with everything, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, which is awesome.
Dude, have you watched Invincible?
Yeah, that show is crazy.
Fucking awesome.
What's the Omni-Man's voice actor?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Yep.
Love him.
I just know him from Portal. That's like one of my like go-to for him. He's
what?
who's the CEO of Aperture?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's him. That's
Holy
J.K. Simmons.
shit.
That's crazy you didn't know that. That's like my go-to for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
when
that's
I think of him.
Dude, you ready for me to blow your mind and everybody else's mind listening?
Please do.
This is going to be my last comment before we end the episode. But,
okay.
Dude, did you know that Mark Hamill voiced Skips from Regular Show?
No way.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Mark
he didn't.
Hamill.
The whole time? What?
Mark Hamill was Skips.
I would have to go back and listen to that.
It's
because
insane.
Regular Show is a great show.
It's top
It's
tier.
incredible.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Mark Hamill is in so much animated stuff that you wouldn't have expected him to be in.
I know.
But I would
when
not
you think
have
of Mark
expected-
Hamill, you're like Luke Skywalker, the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker is the one that I think. Because he was the Joker in like a lot of animated shit and the Arkham games.
And the Arkham games.
Circling back to the Arkham games. But
He
like,
was Skips.
That's crazy. I would not have guessed that.
Right?
I would have to...
I was rewatching it recently on
re-listen
HBO
to
Max,
it.
and I was like looking through the cast, and I was like, what the fuck?
Like you hear it, because the thing is, once you figure that out, you're like, man, you know it every time.
Yeah, you know it every time.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
That's something I mean, my mind was blown for sure, because I did not know that.
Yeah.
And I hope that everyone else listening didn't know that either, so they can feel what I'm feeling in the Mind Meld right now,
our
because
minds are
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed.
Yeah. I think that's probably going to do it from us, but thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, those of you listening on any sort of audio software like Spotify, thank you guys so much for watching. Listening. Be sure to go check out our YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to go check out our Spotify and definitely share with your friends if you like us. Like I said, this is an hour of your life that you're not going to get back, so if you'd like to waste your friends' time as well, be sure to share it with them.
Yep, enjoy the conversation, baby.
Big shout out to Pengu Kim for doing the design for our logo, and
100%.
Reflexes for doing the music for the intro and outro. But that's going to be it from us. Thank you, Mason.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one, guys.